Okay. Oh my god. 9 months. Okay. I got this rash. In spring, I was just fine. I was great in the spring. And it's February here in Colorado. And I didn't know I had Candida. I didn't know until I ended up in the hospital. And they gave me a ton of antibiotics. So this is the side effect of day 2. I didn't find a lot of videos on the side effect. I mean, there's naturopaths who say this, that, the other thing. But I started my antifungals. I'm using a product called, because I really wanted to hit it hard. Be careful. Candy Destroyer. So that has a bunch of stuff in it. Then I did the grapefruit seed extract. I did eating of coconut oil, garlic water, lemon water, a liver cleanse. You seriously, on day 2, you just crash and burn. You can't think. You don't have any energy. I almost feel like I'm not in my body. It's like almost like weird fogginess. Yesterday, I'm vegan, so I hit a lot of veg, and I realized after the spring I got into really bad habits, and this wasn't there. It was just a little, and then I ended up in the hospital with pain, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me, just a bacteria. So I have Candida, I know I do, and yesterday I hit it with everything. Not a good idea. Start slow and build up. But the fogginess is insane. Like, you can't even think. That's why I'm doing a video log. And you can't move. You have extreme fatigue. And you're thirsty, nauseous, have a headache, and it's hard to sleep. Even though you're extremely fatigued, it's hard to sleep. So everybody says, take a hot shower. No, don't do that. Don't do the hot shower thing. Drinking ginger and peppermint tea. Caprylic acid, but you have to eat it with meals, and I don't think I quite got enough in my system. And so nausea, headache, kind of out of my body, foggy, weird, can't think, hot and cold flashes, joint pain. The joints hurt so bad. And I didn't have any of these symptoms when I thought I had it, So yesterday I was all gung-ho and got all the medicines and stuff, all natural, vegan. And then today I woke up and I was having like a nightmare, and it woke me up. And I'm just like, oh. I wish I'd have known to go in slower. And they say this is pretty much the bad day, this one and tomorrow. It feels like I got hit with like Ebola or something. And I didn't find any videos on people saying, this is what's going on. So these little things started after spring. My skin looked great in the spring. And I started cheating in my vegan diet and doing like a lot of sugar and, easy foods, glutens. I hit them really hard because I just didn't feel like doing it. And I was really discouraged from my burnout on vegan food that I just increased a lot of sugar, never knowing that this would happen. And I'm non-GMO, and I was no gluten, but I wasn't gluten intolerant, so I hit glutens really hard. Like, this is fun, I love it, and I started craving more. So this is my video log of day 2, antifungal, everything natural. And you wouldn't think that something this natural would make you feel sick. But I am completely sick. I just feel like my face has gotten a little bit better. They say it's supposed to get worse, and it's so dry and burns and it itches, and so I keep using coconut oil. I ate teaspoons of coconut oil to get that antibacterial. And when that stuff hits your system, be prepared. Don't take it lightly. Some naturopaths say, take it slow. And you have to be careful. Like, you have to be really careful. You can't hit yourself with the diet and then all the different remedies, and then on top of it, you're doing garlic, lemon water, grapefruit seed extract, and so I'm hitting peppermint and ginger tea. I can't walk the dogs. I have like no energy, and I had just been in the hospital, and they hit me with so many antibiotics. They didn't know what was wrong with me, so they gave me narcotics, and that did not help. So I came to the conclusion that it was this rash. And I happened to bump into a blog of a woman who cured her daughter, and the whole face was just covered in a rash. So I said, well, I'm going to look into Candida. Thanks, Candida. I really love you. Peppermint spray helps a little bit. So I'm detoxing. I have like a low-grade temperature. Then I get really cold. My joints are so painful. Like, they hurt so bad. So back off a little bit. Like, just stick with like this one thing. And then like increase things. Start adding the caprylic and doing those kinds of things. They say this is die-off anyway. So it wouldn't surprise me if this was die-off of Candida. But I've seen people post the stupidest videos. Like, it doesn't really prepare you for, all these authorities on it. Don't do this, do that. Eat lentils, don't eat lentils, whatever. So yesterday I just ate cabbage and Brussels sprouts. That's all I had, so I just ate that. Lower stomach pain, cramping, which is what put me in the hospital. And they gave me Dilaudid, and it didn't even touch it. And I kept asking the doctor, what is this rash? What is this rash? I can't make it go away. And I also did Vasilium husk and bentonite clay. You might want to back off that a little bit too. You get diarrhea, and you just urinate. So my body's getting hit with every detox it could possibly have. And the liver's detoxing. So you see what I'm saying? You got to take little at a time. I know you want to clear it up right away as soon as you figure it out, but be careful, because once the detox starts, it's nothing to play with. If you have appointments and things like that, you might want to go in a slower. I went in hardcore. I do everything hardcore. So I'm going to post this, and hopefully, people will see it and it will help them. I'm so nauseous right now. I'm so nauseated. And my head hurts so bad. It's not like a regular headache either. It's like general skull pain, joint pain, and everybody's like, oh, you're in the die-off, it's bad. And I'm just sitting here going, how am I going to get to the kitchen? I'm just in such a bad detox. I'm sure the antibiotics didn't help. I'm sure that I'm just totally discouraged right now. I have to continue and back off a few things and do over. Because if you hit it too hard, I might still have these symptoms, but this is what I'm going to do day 2. Well, not even 24 hours later. Not even 24 hours later, because it was yesterday afternoon that I got everything. So just take it really, increase everything really slow, like just so you don't get thrown into this. So I didn't see videos on this, so I've had all the symptoms of Candida, and it's nothing nice. And you would think of via non-GMO, well, okay, I dabbled in gluten, so that's probably what caused it. Would not experience this, but I am, so garlic water, okay, it just, I feel like so bad, like worse than flu. Worse than flu. I feel like I have Ebola. I'm in so much pain. Oh, and I tolerate pain really well, but this is just, I can't think. Like, I go to do something, and I can't think. And I'm so fatigued. Like, random thoughts go through my head. It's just weird. It's weird. So if you're in Candida, first 24 hours to second day, it's going to be hardcore. Don't hit it too hard, though. Be lemon juice, ginger juice, peppermint juice. Be careful. Because if you have something planned for today, you ain't doing nothing. Okay, so that's my day 1 Candida treatment, and I'm not happy at all. We'll see what this rash looks like in 10 days.